Hi everyone, it's Ukeme. So today I'm sharing a review of Start Right, written by Temitayo Ogunnaike. This is an absolutely amazing book, brilliantly written and filled with so much insight. I absolutely enjoyed reading it. As you can see, like I have so many highlights. So many highlights. Okay, so at the end of reading this book, I just remembered the illustration made in the Bible about two houses, while one was built on a solid foundation, the other was built on a weak foundation. The Bible describes it as the house that was built on a rock, and the other one as the house that was built on a sand. The thing is, the storm came and the wind came, while the house that was built on a rock was able to withstand the storm. The one that was built on a sand, when the storm came, it swept it away. And I think it's worthy to note that the storm didn't just come to the house that was built on a sand, but it came to the both houses. So it's worthy to note that storms of life would come, and it then becomes very important to be intentional about the foundation of whatever you're building. Like the Bible says, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? So basically, this was my thoughts at the end of reading this book. Like I fully understand, like I thoroughly comprehend why it is very important to start right. It's not like the book is promising you an absolutely steady journey of blissful marriage. Nay, not at all. Not at all. But it just sort of points you towards the direction that can make marriage enjoyable and worthwhile, and even when the storms of life come, to be able to withstand it. So before going further into the review, I'd like to say a little bit about the author. Temitayo Ogunnaike is a master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming, a certified emotional intelligence and anger management coach. She's the founder of Couple Connect, a platform for couples to boost intimacy and happiness in their marriages. She is also the convener of Couples Cloud 9, an annual hangout for couples. So Timothy is also a premarital counselor with Soka Online. She has been on several platforms in Nigeria and has been featured on Living the Life TV show on CBN Africa, the 700 Club. Okay, so brief description of the book. If you're single, engaged, been married for 10 years or less and in a relationship, and you desire a marriage that you wouldn't want to walk away from, then this book, Start Right, is definitely for you. The book helps you know the right questions to ask and discussions to have while dating, while in a relationship, during courtship, honeymoon, and in the early years of your marriage as a couple. So the book Start Right actually equips you with the right knowledge so you can get it right, connect deeply with your spouse, and this is regardless of your differences. And it also helps you create like a customized culture around the different areas of your marriage, which would help you build a happy and intimate marriage. Okay, so the book was very detailed in describing how a couple should go about planning for the wedding, for their big day. In fact, there's a wedding checklist and a budget plan attached, which I found really amazing. Because if you know me, I'm all about getting it right with your personal finance, and knowing that you don't have to go overboard because you're planning for your wedding is really important. And I feel like the wedding checklist and the budget is something that would actually help young couples or people who are about to get married to direct their focus towards what matters the most, to major on the major and not major on the minor. You know, sometimes a lot of people spend a lot of time preparing for the wedding day, which is just like a 1 day event that would come and go. And this is not to say the wedding is not important to prepare for, but little or no attention is given to given towards preparing for the marriage, which is the real deal, like is the real deal. So this book helps a young couple redirect their focus into um majoring on what really matters. The divorce rate in our society like is extremely alarming, like extremely alarming, and I feel like that might have its root cause in the foundation of the marriage itself, and how the preparation towards that. And this is one book that talks a lot on different issues that couples might seemingly overlook because they are clouded with a lot of of things towards preparing. But I feel like this book just redirects a couple's focus into what matters the most, which is preparation for the marriage, because the marriage which they are trying to build should be much more invested in, and you do not want to invest all your resources, like you do not want to invest all your resources into a 1 day event and later realize that you did not invest or equip yourself with the skill and strategies needed to thrive in the journey of a lifetime. Like that would be a great mistake to make. So the author sort of helps you redirect your thoughts and even ask yourself fundamental questions such as your belief system, because whether you like it or not, we all have preconceived ideologies and belief system which come into play in our relationships. Like it doesn't just wipe away the day you say I do. For instance, what are the beliefs dictating your thoughts and attitude towards marriage or your partner? Are the beliefs healthy or unhealthy? Are they empowering or disempowering? Are they rooted in a terrible past experience you had and have not yet healed from? Do you still hold on to those beliefs not serving you? Have you given the unhealthy belief a new meaning so that your thoughts and attitude can also change? So many questions, right? Yes. Questions are usually the answers. So it is important to always question your beliefs. Research says that many will rather die than think. So I challenge you to engage your thoughts and think out answers to these questions. There's no pressure. Ensure you take your time. So I love that the author actually points you towards questioning your beliefs, because we all have preconceived ideologies and belief systems that may be seemingly wrong and we're holding on to, and at the end of the day can just end up like affecting us in our marital lives. The author dives into the deep ends of how backgrounds and past experiences needs to be dealt with in order for couples to move ahead, because what your spouse learns from his parents, what he learns from his environment and over the years before they met with you doesn't necessarily change. It's not going to wipe away the day you say I do know. In fact, yeah, there's a popular saying that marriage doesn't change you, but it only amplifies like what you already are. Doesn't marriage is not going to change you, it's rather it just amplifies who you already are. um it's not going to, all your belief system won't wipe away the day you say I do. So it then becomes pertinent for for couples to be able to question their belief system, and this is one thing that the author tried to really point out in this book. In Gary Chapman's book, he talked about the 5 love languages: the acts of service, physical touch, words of affirmation, sacrifice, and gift. So the author took a deeper look into how these love languages can be applied to deepen intimacy and even sexual intimacy, which is rarely discussed in most Christian communities. These are not just like theoretical stuff that are handed over to you, know. The book is actually very, very relatable, very engaging. There are questions at the end of each chapter that forces you to actually sit, take notes, and write and reflect as well. In addition, their personal experiences, which I think are really valuable personal experiences, the author took her time to share. For instance, in Africa, when you get married, everyone just expects to see a baby bump, and sometimes it doesn't just happen because sometimes things do not go as planned, and then there might have to be a wait. And so the author shared her experience on having to wait to conceive and then eventually conceiving and having the pregnancy almost threatened. And here we see a beautiful story of how faith can triumph in the face of seemingly despair. I think readers will actually draw strength and wisdom from this book. Trust me, it's a book you really want to read. It touches on sex and romance, pointing readers to genuine questions that couples should ask in order to create a proper dichotomy between what romance is and what sex is, and would eventually lead couples rather to having a blissful experience. And finances are also really important in relationships and can pose problems if they aren't properly understood. And this is one book that also talks about the financial implication of being married, budgeting, handling debt. Because if you have debt before being married, it's not as if when you now see I do, the debt to just be wiped off completely. No, you're entering the marriage with that debt, and in fact, your partner is also becoming a co-debtor with you. So it's very important to understand financial implications of being married and how you would handle your finances. Ultimately, being able to create a vision and a mission for your relationship, for your marriage, because most times we're intentional about our lives, about our businesses, about our goals. Like we create vision statement, mission statement. When it comes to relationships, we do not take it very seriously. So the book points you towards the direction and lets you know how and why it is important to have like a vision statement for your relationship, a mission, what you want to achieve in that marriage, and something you can actually note, look back at, and appraise from time to time. I found this book very interesting, insightful, and educative. The style of the writing was actually very conversational, and you literally feel like you're having a one-on-one discussion with the author. It was practical, and you could see the author sharing like personal experiences, which I think are really valuable experiences. And it's not like it's some theoretical stuff that the author is just handing you over. No, you're getting like a practical experience on how she faced some challenging issues and how she overcame such issues. There's a popular saying that experience is the best teacher, but better yet, you don't have to wait till you experience it before learning from it. You can always learn from other people's experiences, and this is one thing I think books does. Like when you read books, when you open books, you're actually learning and drawing strength and wisdom from the experiences of the author. So I've shared like a non-affiliated link on how you can actually purchase this book. It's a book that would be worth your while. It's very easy to read. It's just about 86 pages, and trust me, it would definitely be worth your time. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content I make, please do well to hit the subscribe button and also give it a thumbs up by clicking on the like button, and also share your thoughts in the comments section. So bye for now. I'll see you again in another episode.